What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you.
Remy in my cup, turn me up, what we talking about? Now we doing us, moving up, what we talking about? Raider flags waving off the truck, what they talking about? Raider Nation dominating, only thing to talk about. Black shades, black tee, that's Raider Honcho, baby. East Coast, energy, that's Raider Honcho, baby. Head coach.
Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes. You already know what type of time I'm on. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, well damn, subscribe to the channel. You can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Now, I know you've seen the thumbnail. I know you've seen the graphic designs. I know you've seen the title, and I know you in here thinking, ain't no way Honcho don't want to draft a quarterback. Oh, Honcho probably just want Derek Carr to come back. Honcho this. Shut the hell up. Expeditiously. Okay, now let me just talk to you for a moment, okay? What I like to do on here is just create dialogue. I like conversation. I like to talk. Like Jackie Chan said in Rush Hour, I like to talk. I let people talk who like to talk. See how full of shit they are? He said something like that. But anyway, I digress. Now, I'm over here chilling at the daddy-daughter dance. You know I got the Heineken in one hand because they don't got the Henny on deck. I'm out here doing my 1-2 step. And there's a couple of Raider fans in the building. And they decide to come up to me and talk to me about what do you think about the Raiders and what they should do about the draft. Because, you know, I'm the guy to talk to when it comes to Raiders information. So they're like, yo, what do you think the Raiders should do with the first pick? And I'm like, duh, are you smoking crack? We need to go draft a quarterback. And they're like, I think we should trade the pick for a king's ransom. Now, what they mean is, for those who can't keep up, is that they think we should trade our number 1 pick and get number 1s for next year and number 2s and number 3s and number 4s and all this other stuff under the sun. And they think we should not take a quarterback because the Raiders seem to need a lot more than just a quarterback. Well, not that they're wrong, but I'll tell you this. The Raiders do need a lot more than just a quarterback, but you know what we need the most? You guessed it, a damn quarterback. All right, now, when it comes to Fernando Mendoza, yes, I do have my reservations about him, about the type of player he is, about the type of production he's had and who he's had it against. All right, but that's neither here nor there. Do I think Fernando Mendoza will be a number 1 quarterback or number 1 pick in every draft in the last 10 years? No. I don't know if Fernando Mendoza would have been a number 1 pick even last year with the Cam Wards in there. I don't know. Okay, I really don't know because he plays for Indiana. I didn't watch a lot of Indiana games, but the truth of the matter is he was the best quarterback in the country this year. And this is the draft for this year. And I do know that a lot of his production came off RPOs and clean pockets. I do understand that he's not the slightest of foot. All right, he can make some things happen, but he's a much better quarterback in the pocket. I do understand that he does have trouble climbing the pocket when pressure does arrive. I understand that he tries to find exit routes that's usually left and right and doesn't go forward is what I mean when I say climb the pocket. I understand all of those things, but when it comes to drafting a quarterback, when you don't have one, you keep swinging till you get a hit. And the Raiders are in a position to swing for the fences, go get themselves a quarterback. And if he's not the guy, he's not the guy. It is what it is, but you can't afford to trade him or trade the pick and then another team gets him and you find out he is the guy. He was the guy. He's the guy you don't have and he was the guy you could have had. I think the Raiders cannot afford that. I think the fan base can't afford that. And these were the sentiments that I shared with my colleague, my peer, my brethren in the nation. I said, you gotta take Mendoza because if you don't, oh, we're gonna look so crazy if he turns out to be the next Joe Burrow. All right, if he turns out to be Jared Goff. Even if he turns out to be Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is a lot better than what we had. Okay, so yes, even though, like many others, I have reservation, I have doubts about Mendoza, you have those same doubts about a lot of players that come out and you just don't know until you get one, right? You just don't know what it's going to be until you get a quarterback, right? And I think as much as I like Derek Carr, when you talk about the draft potential, just the potential, not the production, just the potential of the draft pick of Fernando Mendoza, you have the possibility, the opportunity for the Raiders to go and draft the best quarterback they've ever drafted. I mean, yeah, I understand the snake. I understand Derek Carr. But if Mendoza is what people say he is, you have an opportunity to draft at least the 2nd or 3rd best quarterback you have ever drafted in your organization, right? In your franchise, in your dynasty, whatever you want to call it, right? Because Rich Gannon, we all consider to be the best. right? We all consider Rich Gannon to be the best Raiders quarterback. Well, he wasn't drafted by the Raiders. Kenny Stabler, all-time great, drafted by the Raiders, but when we talk about talent, he's not as touted as Fernando Mendoza is, in my opinion. From based on my knowledge, obviously I wasn't around when he was doing his thing. All right, but the Raiders have an opportunity right now to go draft a quarterback that's better than any quarterback they've drafted. Any quarterback they've ever had, but any quarterback they ever drafted. So I think the Raiders cannot miss on that opportunity to make that happen. With Tom Brady in the building, he's a smart guy. He knows what it takes to win. He knows you need a good quarterback. And I think with Mark Davis out there taking a break from the bunnies and getting with the honeys, I think he's moved back a little bit, stepped aside, let the people that know football do the football stuff. Spot is a genius right now. He's cooking with a full set of pots and pans and all kind of Tupperware. Let's see what happens. I think you got to take Mendoza. I want you guys to get down in the comments, let me know what you think. I think I know what you're going to say, but let's have the conversation. Would you rather draft Mendoza or trade that and get multiple picks, multiple firsts, move back? What do you want to do? Get down in the comments, let me know. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the content on this channel, well, subscribe to this channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Until the next time, as always, Honcho out.